Hi, it's Mel Birdsong Bird in New York City. Want to tell you that Will Smith for President of the United States. You see this movie, The Pursuit of Happiness? It came out some years ago. It's the best movie I ever saw in my life. I must have seen it 10 times. Please check it out. Excellent performance by Will Smith and his son. Will Smith is a genius actor. He truly is. This is, so we want Will Smith for president. We want to sing Birdsong. He's a singer-songwriter musician who was Mozart and Jimi Hendrix and all these other great, George Gershwin. And we want him for king. Okay, so Will Smith for president. His brother, sing Birdsong, king. He was King Menelaus, he was King Arthur, he was King Saul, and he was King Charlemagne. So he's very well experienced. This is Tuesday, June 25th, 2019. It's 4:20 in the morning. New comment on Main the Marge about Will Smith, Joni Mitchell, and sex talk. That's the name of the video I did that Will Smith commented on. He said Will Smith and Charlize Theron commented on my video. They said, very interesting video. 3 thumbs up. I was so pleased. I don't get much feedback, and it made my, well, I think I wrote it. Eve says, as you can imagine, this comment made my day. I hope my son was when I was Eve and he was Adam and I's son in the Garden of Eden, Seth. Now Will Smith becomes president of the United States, and I hope his brother sing Birdsong. My son this life becomes king. I was thrilled to get personal, direct feedback from my son Will Smith, Seth, Adam, and my son Eve. Will Smith was the founding father, John Hancock. He also made my favorite superhero movie. He was a star of it, Hancock, with Charlize Theron. I was hoping they'd get together. There was a great chemistry on screen between them. I could feel it. They're both attractive physically. Will Smith would be at home as a world-class leader as President of the United States. Maybe he could persuade Congress to repeal the Act of 1871 that Owen Benjamin, when he was President Ulysses S. Grant, a traitor, signed into law, making the United States for America into the United States of America, a corporation. So the fake Jews, the Rothschilds, moneylenders, would loan us money. That was why he did it. As the Civil War had left the U.S. broke, the Rothschilds, fake Jews, black people, including the Africans, are the original Jews, the real Jews. As Einstein, the metaphysician who dealt with first principles, I'm announcing that the suffering of the low IQ black masses is them punishing themselves for having killed their own Messiah, Jesus Christ, in the first century. The fake Jews, the ones from Israel, are sneaky cockroach consciousness in human form, exacting sympathy from the Holocaust, where international bankers financed Hitler as they were sick of these fake Jews using usury to capture people's possessions and other underhanded tricks. Financed, decoded. Feel, I-sex, E-Y-E, see that? I-sex pleasure. In angel, interangel in North Carolina energy, daughter of the sun. Okay, so Isaac's pleasure provided by Jesus Christ entered in North Carolina the energy of the daughter of the sun, Eve, Mary Magdalene. Okay, that's talking about their love affair that turned into a marriage, and he impregnated her in North Carolina last year, 2018. That's Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene did that. Okay, the fake Jews claim their book, the Bible, is a Torah. They don't readily admit that the book the rabbis teach from is a Talmud, which is antichrist and anti-Christian. The Talmud says the only thing non-Jews, fake Jews are good for is to work for the fake Jews. They don't say fake, I'm saying it because it's true. I read energy and I read their energy. And it was revealed to me in writing that the black people are the real Jews. Also, Reverend Jesse Peterson actually had on his show some real Jews, black people who knew that they were the real Jews. Okay, so by the Talmud, if you are not a Jew, you are not human. They are not Jews. They are at the low level of cockroaches. By their own definition, they, the fake Jews, are not human. Does the Talmud say Jesus is boiling in excrement? That's feces, shit. The presence of Jesus of Nazarene in boiling excrement is one of the disputed references to Jesus in the Talmud. Onkelos raises up Jesus, Yeshu they call him in the Talmud, by necromancy, that's the dead, and ask him, so they raise him from the dead and ask him about his punishment in Gehenna. Jesus replies that he is in boiling excrement. That couldn't be further from the truth. Jesus is headquartered in India, and he has 2 million disciples, and he's holding a low profile. That is, he only allows at his meetings satsangis, his disciples. But he has plenty of money, he has good health because he's from a wealthy family, the Gruwals, and he is healthy, and he's setting the world in place so that he can teach his wife, Mary Magdalene, how to love him. Because in the movie musical Jesus Christ Superstar, she sings, I don't know how to love him, and so he's teaching her how to love him by whittling down her fears, having her go through each of her fears so that she no longer has fears. So when they're married and when they're together for eternity, he doesn't have to worry that she's going to attract bad things to them because of her fear, because you attract your fears, So she's doing it now. He's having her do it now. She's just finding out that this is what has been going on. She just thought she was in hell, and she was right, but she didn't know why she was in hell. She didn't know Jesus Christ engineered it so she would go to hell because she was afraid of hell. See? Okay, so let's continue. Boiling decoded. Bublé, that's Michael Bublé, Adam, orders Isaac's pleasure. Isaac's example of pleasure. His will. Isaac's pleasure enters gorilla. Michael Bublé was Adam. Adam was a gorilla. He raped Eve and did everything else to her, beat her, kicked her, flung her around. This is what animals do. They don't know how to treat people, you know. So, excrement decoded. EVEN, energy. EVE is Eve. Eve, energy, unknown. X for unknown. See her energy. Me, enter Tennessee. Okay, this is saying that Eve entered Tennessee. I did. I grew up there. I was there from the time I was 3 years old till 16 years old when I ran away to Chicago. Before it turned into the hellhole that it is today. Parts of it. Not all of it, parts of it. The good part is trying to separate from the bad part, and I wish them luck. Speaking of piece of shit, excrement of shit, body waste, Hillary Killery. I had a book, a Bible cover. No, it's not Bible, it's blank. I had a book cover made up during the last election between Hillary and Donald Trump at Fiverr.com with a photo of Jesus Christ, first and 20th century, Charan Singh Ji, with the caption, Divine Intervention Needed. Ted Gomart, he's I think he's a senator from Texas, said, pray. We have to pray. So that's how I prayed. I asked Jesus Christ to interfere and not let Hillary win. And he didn't. And sure enough, despite the best efforts of the negative powers, God arranged things, God being Govinda Singh of Sikh heritage, Jesus Christ, so that the 10th Sikh Guru, Gobind Singh Ji, Donald J. Trump, became president. Okay, let's decode these words here. Gobind, God ordered B train of thought of Jesus Christ I. Jesus I. Okay, this is what Donald Trump's orders were. And the 9th Sikh Guru, the father of Gobind Singh Ji, who had been beheaded because he wouldn't abandon Sikhism, the religion of be of service, for Islam, the religion of force, will kill you if you don't do as we say, whether you are a wife or child or Christian. Teague Bahadur Singh Ji was Vice President Mike Pence. Pence decoded. Pen, that's what I use to write with. That's what I use to uncover the truth with. Pen Eve energy enters new consciousness energy. So Eve has a new consciousness. She realizes the thing about Jesus Christ and that she's Mary Magdalene and all the other things she's realizing. And Eve energy enters North Carolina energy, love, for wife, married. Govinda Singh married, Jesus Christ married Mary Magdalene and made a baby with her. Aria Elizabeth Michelle. Days later, Eve and Jesus, for the Father, the Son, fat her. See, it's a play on words, this play that the Son has written for us. Fat her made Eve more fat, more pregnant, by putting another baby in her womb. This time a boy, a new soul. So you will. Giancarlo Arturo is his name. Both of them are in my womb as I sit here. So I don't know when they're going to come out, but they're welcome to come out whenever they want to. What's his name? Dr. Alexander Stone. Is this Alexander Stone? Randolph. Dr. Randolph Stone, my father in a past life, has invented polarity therapy, which is a cure for pain. So labor, I don't have to suffer labor pains. All I have to do is put my finger on the postpartum, I think that's what you call part of my body, when the labor pains start, and I won't feel any pain. That clue came to me from Satsangi Shatima Bird. Used to be Bird. I don't know her last name now. She was Santa's head elf, and Santa's Jesus Christ, and I was Mrs. Santa, and she was my sister in a previous life. Her name used to be Claudette Benson. She was a cousin of George Benson, who sings that wonderful rendition of the song, "The Greatest Love of All is Learning to Love Yourself." Charan Singh, Jesus Christ says, we live to learn to love ourselves. Wow, I just realized that connection. Okay, New Soul Decoded. Enter Eve Energy, Will Smith. Will, so you will. W. So you will win, Will Smith, America's presidential election or appointment. Will Smith says on the Jimmy Fallon Show clip on YouTube called "You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me," Will Smith says, all you gotta do is rub that lamp. I feel Seth, Will Smith. Seth decoded. See Eve, true her. Her Eve is true. Okay, you go over here and there's lamp, L-A-M-P. That's where I got this message from. When you said rub that lamp, I decoded the word lamp. And that's where I got the truth, that he's going to win the American election. Or else if we have a king at that time, he'll appoint him president. Okay, so Will Smith was St. Thomas Aquinas. St. Thomas Aquinas. He was Jesus Christ's disciple, St. Thomas the Apostle. And he was the first founding father to sign the Declaration of Independence, John Hancock. That's the name of the movie that Will Smith stars in with Charlize Theron. I love that movie so much. Oh. Spread the word. Will Smith for president. His brother sing Birdsong for king. And that's heaven. Sing Birdsong and Will Smith, heaven. Ruling is heaven. I'll ask my husband. My genie. Will Smith is playing Aladdin's genie. It's a great movie. I love that movie so much. I had so much fun. We went with a whole group from St. Francis of Assisi Residence 3 where I live. Robin Birdsong with St. Francis of Assisi. And it was 15 people. And we all had so much fun. And Will Smith is terrific. Okay, here we go. So, my genie is my husband. And it says, Gorinda Singh is my genie. Energy, enter. Pleasure. Energy, the sun. Okay. Jesus Christ. So I'm going to ask my husband, the genie, Jesus Christ, to make it so. Make it so Will Smith is president and Sing Birdsong is king. If he hadn't already decreed this. In other words, if Gorinda Singh, if this is his idea, I think it's my idea. It could very well be his idea. So much of what has happened to me I thought was my idea. It was his idea. He's an architect of heaven and earth. He's the managing director of the play, on words, word for word, that the Sun is the author of. And I'm the star of. And Will Smith is one of the stars as well. And so is Sing Birdsong. And most of the people, however, billions of people are they're extras, Okay, so there you go. I hope you like this video. Let's see, is there anything else more I want to tell you? Let's see. Yeah, I have some more I can tell you. Let's see. I'll move this piece of paper. I'll put this piece of paper here. It says the fake Jews, hope I have enough time, own the world. The businesses, yes. The United States is a business, a corporation, made so by the Act of 1871, signed into law by Ulysses S. Grant, now called the podcaster Owen Benjamin, a fake Jew who calls himself a comedian. I don't think he's funny. So the fake Jews, the Rothschilds, which means the red shield, hiding behind blood. Blood is their shield, you know. If you're a Jew like me, which they're all fake Jews, if you're a fake Jew like me, I'll give you the job. You can be the star of the movie. You can be, you know, the director. Like, that's how they help each other. The blood spilled in World War II, they're hiding behind that too, you know, saying, poor us, give us a country to make up for what happened to us. So they gave them Israel, Palestine. Okay, and the Jews are currently making it illegal to criticize them, thereby, and that's why I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump, because he's beholden to the Jews, the fake Jews, the AIPAC lobbyist that runs the government, and he gave them Jerusalem as their capital, and he's just, you know, I can't vote for anybody who's going to empower the people who are trying to enslave Americans, you know. And I don't know if he knows that or not. I know his daughter's Jewish. She married a Jew and became a Jew, and did, you know. And so he's listening to his daughter and his son-in-law, and so he, you know, he's serving two masters. You can't serve two masters. With Will Smith and sing Birdsong, it'll just be America. They don't have any allegiance to anywhere else besides America. Okay, so, and the fake Jews are currently trying to make it illegal to criticize them, thereby trying to take away our right to speak freely. As the First Amendment. Owen Benjamin lists the businesses the sneaky fake Jews control. I didn't get a list of that, but he just sat there and named them, reeled them off as so many. They owned media and Hollywood movies and just everything you can think of. And they even own the controlling interest in J.P. Morgan, the bank. Okay, I hope the power of the fake Jews is assumed by the holy royal family of saints and geniuses who live by logos, logic, and reason. And that would be Will Smith and Sing Birdsong are members of the holy royal family of saints and geniuses. And so am I, Eve, and so is Jesus Christ the head. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. The Greek meaning of the word is logos, which means reason, logic. Fox News is owned by fake Jews. Vox Day. Clitoris, victory, ordered, unknown, day. Yeah, this, we're going to have the men tickle the clitoris of the women so the women can come just like they get to come by laying on top of them and sticking their stick inside the woman's hole. Okay, Dark Stream. Now what do we got here? Dark Stream, Saint Dream, Talking Share, Dr. Eve M. Eve M, a doctor, the Talking Share therapist. That's a cure for madness. Dark Stream, Clarksville, E.T., her. Okay, I was raised in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm an extraterrestrial from the sun millions of years ago, and I've been made into a her. I was, the sun had two sons, and he made one of them, Archangel St. Michael, into Archangel St. Michelle, and that's me. He gave me a womb and teats and a clitoris, and he said to me about a month ago, you are true, meaning I'm a true woman. Okay. So, see over here, Clark's Village. let's see, dark stream, this daughter of the sun. Her Eve, her dark, me, Eve, Adam, dark people. I was raised in Clarksville, Tennessee by Brother Wright, who was very, very dark-skinned, which didn't mean anything to me. I loved his color. As a matter of fact, he made me favor dark skin because I loved him so much. And he was Clark Kent, Superman. Brother Wright, Wilbur Wright, sing Birdsong. And Calvin Lewis was Adam. He was a 6-year-old kid who lived in Clarksville. He was Adam. And he said to me he was going to marry me. I was his babysitter. I said, I can't marry you because I'm 4 years older than you. Now I'm supposed to marry him. I'm 44 years older than him. See how we know nothing? This is an Ander playing. Angel, daughter, play. This is a play. Big Apple, northeast. Okay, the play. There's a play in the Big Apple, New York City. Okay, with the angel daughter, about the angel daughter. That's me. New York City, Manhattan, Broadway. It's called, it's going to be called Love Struck 3. Okay, what else we got? I said sing Birdsong with Superman, right? Mechanical Bird, right. He was Wilbur Wright, who created, with his brother Orville Wright, the first airplane. And Orville Wright is Orlando Rodriguez here at St. Francis of Assisi, and he calls a plane a mechanical bird. And sing Birdsong when he was Will Wright was very mechanical. He did all of his duty all the time, but he was not emotional. He was very, okay, pregnant with meaning. Meaning, I had eye sex with Jesus Christ, Gorinda Singh, and with the third eye, the all-seeing eye in the sky, the sun. I'm pregnant with twins. What does that say? Giancarlo Arturo and Aria Michelle. 2 musicals. Love Struck 3 and Mr. and Mrs. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Gorinda Singh. Number 1. Number 2, Love Struck Adam, Michael Bublé. Okay, the first one should be the Son. The second one, Jesus Christ. The third one, Adam. Judas is not one of them. Okay, and she was Eve, Mary Magdalene, Angel Michelle, the Michelle Birdsong. Gorinda Singh. Okay, Jesus is training Mary Magdalene to be his wife for eternity by having her live each of her fears to dispel them. And Jesus Christ Superstar, Mary sings I Don't Know How to Love Him. Jesus, as her guru, is secretly teaching Mary Magdalene how to love him. God, him, Jesus God, and Jesus the man, by staying present in the moment and by staying aware of her feelings using talk and share. Jesus is also arranging for Mary to receive recognition for having led many lives, good enough thoughts and behavior to be a saint. Jesus wants his wife, Mary, to get her due, her credit as a female saint. Jesus Christ, he wants women to have the same basis for life that men have. He wants men to fall to their knees and tickle their wives' clits until they come. There you go. So there you go. All right. So Will Smith for president and sing Birdsong for king. Mild Red Songbird in New York City. Spread the word. Okay. We're going to fix up this America yet. Okay. President Trump did a fantastic job. Did tremendous good. But like I said, he's got that connection with the fake Jews that doesn't sit well with me. Will Smith is free of that, and Sing Birdsong is free of that. Okay, so long.